Sup. My name is Ray for the TheYugiohCouncil, and we got even more freaking leaks from Secrets of Evolution. Jesus Christ. There are so many leaks today that it's just ridiculous. But we have another band member, and he is the keyboard DJ, whatever you want to put it, plays in Linkin Park. He's the amplifier. Oh, wait, no, wrong thing. Sorry. We're getting ahead of ourselves. He's the Warrior Sizes. And he reads, when this card is flipped face up, add one symphonic monster other than Sysis from your deck to your hand. Once returned, you can activate this effect by targeting one Symphon warrior monster other than this on your field or graveyard. Until the end phase, this card's name becomes the same as the target. It also gains the target's effect. Third effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard and target one of your banished Symphon warrior monster other than Symphon warrior Sysis and special summon that target. I really do like this. It's pretty cool where they're going with it. They're actually giving them some bandmates. And all they need is that microphone to come in and be like, do. But in all seriousness, let's move on. We have Amplifier, which is a field spell card for these little guys. And it reads, when a Symphon warrior monster activates its effect, you place one counter on this card. All the warrior ones gain attack equal to the number of counters on this card by X100. Once per turn, you can remove 5 or 7 counters from this card, then activate the appropriate effect. 5. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to the number of warrior monsters, symphonic warriors, on the field by X300. 7. Banish cards from your opponent's field or graveyard up to the number of symphonic warriors you control. Damn. Oh, wait, they do have a microphone, but I don't know if it was released yet. See, the little microphone. They got the band. Really good shit. Then we have the Poislets of the Purgatory, which is the infrared card. You can activate this card by targeting one infrared monster you control. This turn, that monster is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. When an infrared monster you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish one infrared monster from your graveyard instead. Pretty nice. That's a thing from before. And then we have Purgatory of the Azure Flame, special summon one infrared monster from your hand, ignoring special summoning conditions. Well, it's summoning conditions. The effects of the special summon monster are negated into the end phase of this turn. Basically, it just allows you to put Giant Beat Stick on the field. And then we have a new Hermit monster. Yay! Hermit Yokai. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but he looks like a giant teddy bear with a giant tail. Each of the first and second effects can only be activated once per turn. You can activate this effect by discarding this card before the damage of a battle which has a Hermit Yokai monster you control as a battles with an opponent's monster. That monster you control gains 1,000 to the end turn. It's basically their version of Honest. Target one Hermit Yokai monster on the field. It gains 1,000 attack into the end phase. And the third effect reads, during the end phase of the turn, this card was summoned. Return this card to the hand. Pretty much like their version of Honest that only boosts 1,000. But hey, that's still something. It's amazing. The deck is cool as hell. And then we have the trap card for Raid of the Spirit Beast. You can only activate one Raid of the Spirit Beast per turn. Target one monster in your graveyard. Or that is banished and special summon that in face-up defense position. After this effect is resolved, you cannot special summon any other monsters other than Spirit Beast monsters into the end of the turn. Pretty nifty. And then we have one of the new Satella Knights I was talking about, Compella. This is the 2000 Beat Stick defense position 1. That wouldn't be a beat stick, but still. You can only use the effect of Satella Knight Capella once per turn. When this card is normal summon, flip, or special, you can activate this effect. This turn, if you exceed summon a monster using 3 or more monsters that exceed materials, you can treat all level 4 Tellarknight monsters you control as level 5 for the exceed summon. That's all I gotta say. Fucking amazing. You can go play these. I believe you can go play these. Main reason is it'll make everything level 5. And then you just go straight into it. But it may just be forced, depending on the ruling, that you have to use it for one that requires 3. And hopefully we'll get something that can utilize that if that's the case. And then we have, we may already have it. I'm not paying attention. One Satella Knight Regal. And level 4 Light Warrior. You can only use the effect of Satella Knight Regal. Sorry, I said Regal. I read the I as an E. Japanese thing. When this card is normal summon, flip summon, or special summon, you can target one Tellarknight monster on the field. That monster gains 500 attack and it's sent to the graveyard during the end phase. Not bad, but it's got that 1900, so pretty much it just drop, swing over window, laugh at it, drop, swing over shit, dies, sadness. I mean, there's other ways of utilizing it, but there you go. Just give you an idea, basic idea. And then we have Entramate, which is the little scorp. I think we covered this before, but I'm not sure if we covered the effect. Once it's turning, you target one monster you control until the end phase. That monster gains attack equal to the number of Entramate monsters you control by X300. Its monster effect reads, when its card is normal summon or special summon, you can target one monster you control. That monster gains attack equal to the number of Entramate monsters you control by X300. This card in your monster zone, all level 5 or lower monsters in the field cannot declare an attack. And then we have the Entramite Spike Eagle. He's got them fucking crocodile shades from the Pokemon anime. I would put a picture up, but I don't want to get in trouble. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster you control. This turn, that monster inflicts piercing battle damage. Interesting. And then we have the turtle, who's got even weirder shades and looks like an onion on his face. Once per turn, you can target 2 face-up monsters on the field. Increase the level of one of those monsters by 1. Not bad. And then we have, what's this? Super Heavyweight Samurai. I want to call it like the little pendant, little necklace. Level 1, during your main phase, you can target one Super Heavyweight Samurai monster you control. Equip this card from your hand or field as an equipped card. Once per turn, a monster that is equipped with this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. I was about to say battle, but that'd be stupid. You can activate this effect by sending this card from your hand to the graveyard when the defense position monster you control is destroyed by battle, special summon that monster in face-up attack position. Goes real nice with stumbling. Just saying. Normal spell card. You can activate one Deep Grudge of the Monarch once per turn. You can only activate this effect by revealing one monster with stats 2400, 1000 attack, or attack 2800, defense 1000 in your hand. Add one Monarch or Monarch spell trap card from your deck other than Deep Grudge of the Monarchs. Holy shit. Monarchs just got a search power card to search out their Monarch Stormforth, to search out their Monarchs, to say, you know what, I need a Monarch to my hand right now, and I really like this shit, and I'm just about to go fucking just play, I'm about to go apeshit and play Monarchs. Monarchs tier 1. Probably close to it. Probably not fully, but probably close to it. And then we have the Nemp Shadow fusion. Okay, I thought it was for Killer Fort. I retract that statement. I was right the first time where I said, oh look, a Shadow card. This card can only be equipped to a Shadow monster. You can activate the second effect of Nemp Shadow Fusion once per turn. Declare one attribute. The equipped monster becomes a declared attribute. That's good because that's exactly what the fuck they needed to basically give them the versatility to go into other fusions that they don't want to like give the deck space to. Okay, I don't know what happened there. You can only use the second effect. You can only activate this effect during your main phase. Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck by sending fusion material monsters listed on a fusion monster from your hand or field to the graveyard, and this includes equip monster. Give it up for Konami. They just made Shadows that much better because this basically now doesn't really. I'm not saying it's bad. Doesn't force you to run, say, Glow Up Ball, Raiden, Mathematician, possible water monster. For the sake of just this video, real quick, we're just saying Mermail, and then a wind monster and a fire monster to get into everything. This will allow you basically to use everything and just go to your typical Shadows. I'm not saying that you wouldn't want to run those other monsters. I'm just saying in general, this is really fucking nice. Pendulum turn. Target one card in your opponent's pendulum zone, then declare a number between 1 and 10. This turn, that pendulum skill of that target becomes a declared number. This is pretty nasty as a counter to Killer Forts, because when they try to pendulum drop, what you do is you call the other one, say, I think it's Scout is like a 9, and the other one's usually a 1, so you make Scout 1, and you just laugh at them while they can't pendulum drop, it slows them down. I still like Fairy Wind better, but that's just me. Release Possession. Continuous trap card. You can activate the third effect of Release Possession once per turn. First effect is all charming monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Second is familiar possessed monsters you control gain 800 during the damage step of a battle, which attacks a monster your opponent controls only. Third effect reads, if this card is in your spell and trap zone, you activate this when a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon in face-up attack position or face-down defense position, one spellcaster type monster with 1500 defense, whose original attribute is different from that of the destroyed monster. This is great, and look at that. I can't remember that guy's name. You got like Firefox, Mozilla in there. You got Google Chrome, just pissed off. And you got Internet Explorer. I'm making jokes for days. That would be Safari. No one uses Safari browser. Moving on from all the jokes. Continuous Occultation. I said before we have a effect on this card, but now we do. You can only use the effect of continuous occultation once per turn. Target one card in your pendulum zone, destroy that target, then draw one card. This is actually pretty nifty because mainly, I don't know, you get it to draw a card, you get your search, play another one, do it again. I wouldn't really see a reason why to play this as of right now because it's only your pendulum zone. If it was the opponent's, I was just making sure I was reading it. If it was your opponent's, this would be a hell of a lot better. All right, Front Observer, which is the little machine guy who looks like he's from BioShock, which we had a shitty photo of, and we didn't know exactly what the fuck it did. During the end phase of this card during the end phase of this turn, in which this card is normal summon, you can add one Earth Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. I wonder what's Earth and Pendulum. I could name like 5 of them. If this card is normal summon during the end phase of your next turn, you contribute this card you control, add one Earth monster from your deck to your hand. This is really freaking good. And it's weak, so it won't stay on the board too long. Hey, look, we get another Death Spot, and this one reads, when this card is normal summon, you can special summon one Death Spot monster from your deck other than Death Spot 003. Second effect reads, once per turn, you can target one Death Spot monster you control. Until the end phase of this turn, that monster gains attack and defense equal to the number of Death Spot monsters you control by X500. This effect can only be activated during your opponent's turn. Sadness. Looks like Bumblebee. I got all the jokes. This guy's eating, but he was marauding captain. Now he became marauding cook. He got downgraded. When this card is normal summon, you can shuffle one card in your hand back to the deck, then draw one card. If that card is a monster, you can special summon it. I want to say it's pretty interesting because, you know, you get those cards that you don't really ever want to have in your hand. I don't know. Say you're playing something like Horse, the Black Flame Dragon deck, and you draw into that level 8. You don't want the level 8 in your hand, so you can just put it back in the deck, and that's pretty nifty that we have this now. I like it. Skill Blue Magician. I wonder what this gets. It looks really badass. Let's start with that. When this card is in a monster zone, when a spell is activated, place one spell counter on this card, max 3, by releasing it with 3 spell counters. By tributing it, you can special summon one Gaia monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Thank you, Konami. Thank you. I love my Gaias. And during the main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target one monster your opponent controls, and place a spell counter on that. Place one spell counter on that monster. I don't know really why you want to do that, but wait. During the main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Oh, target one monster you control. Sorry. Misread it. You control. But Gaia's actually gets something really freaking good. And Gaia's is just going to be a fun fucking deck again. Just real fun. Alright, so we have Geigo Bites. My god, this guy never goes away. You can only control one of these, and if you control a spellcaster type monster, this card can be special summoned from your hand. Okay, I really do like this now. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect sets to the graveyard, you can special summon one monster with 1500 and 200 defense from your deck other than Gigabytes. I could probably name a few, but the main thing I like about this is spellcaster decks that play level 4s have instant access to rank 4, and you can get this off King of the Pharaoh Imps, which is really freaking nice. Then we have this guy who I mentioned before. Basically, neither player can activate spell cards during their main phase 1. Can I get a slow clap? Can I get a slow clap? Konami's doing everything they can to like slow down pendulums because they know. But this is really cool. Like, no Raigeki main phase 1. You have to go to main phase 2. And then we have Dragon Drowser. I thought it said Bowser for a second. This is so cute. You can only activate the effect of Dragon Drowser once per turn. When this card you control is destroyed by battle or by opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Earth Pendulum monster from your deck and face up defense position. The monster special summoned by this effect is destroyed during the end phase. Sadness, but it's pretty nifty. The True Maju Garzettes effect is still unclear, but we have a name. Makeshift Trap Hole. And we actually have an effect. Activate this when your opponent special summons a monster face up defense position. Banish that monster. You know why I like this card? Because yesterday on Tech Tuesday we talked about stumbling, and this just makes stumbling that much better. In all honesty, it really does. Special Summon Limit Area Extranets. It is a field card. We don't have the effect, but we will keep you posted throughout the day. And as always, I'm ready for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you later. Peace.